We have a 1702 Antonio Stradivari violin for 65,000 German marks. Page 6, we got a 1688 Antonio Stradivari for 35,000 German marks. 1722 Antonio Stradivari, 30,000 marks. That's on page 7. Page 8, we have a 1732 Antonio Stradivari for 30,000 German marks. Page 9, we have a 1698 Antonio Stradivari for only 27,000 marks. About almost $9,000. And we have page 10, we have 1737 Joseph Guarnerius del Gesù for 25,000 marks. Page 11, we have a 1729 Joseph Guarnerius del Gesù for 40,000 German marks. That's $10,000. I did make a mistake when I was quoting the 1698 on page 9 at 27,000. It's not 9,000 German marks. It's almost 7,000 German marks. So back to page 12 here. We have a 1737 Dominicus Montagna for 20,000 German marks. Page 13, we have a 1753 Jean-Baptiste Guadagnini for 18,000 German marks. Page 14, we have a Petrus Guarnerius for 30,000 marks. 1770 Jean-Baptiste Guadagnini for 12,000 marks. J.B. Guadagnini, 7,000 marks, undated. Francesco Ruggiero Detto il Per for 10,500 marks. Nicholas Galliano, 6,000 marks. 1754 Tomas Balistrieri for 6,000 marks. I should say the Stradivari violins in about 1878 in the catalog I read in the video before this, those are only 18,000 marks at that time. So page 15, we have a 1730 Joseph Guarnerius del Gesù for 10,000 marks. Page 16, we have a 1637 Nicholas Amati for 10,000 marks. Page 17, 1705 Joseph Guarnerius Felix Andrea for 2,000 marks. Page 18, 1740 Carlo Bergonzi, 10,000 marks. Page 19, 1816 Nicholas Lupo for 8,000. It's got a Wappen emblem on the back. Page 20, we have a 1710 Alexander Galliano for 6,000 marks. Page 21, Franciscus Presenda for 6,000 marks. Grab it. Page 22, Joseph Roca for 4,000 marks. Page 23, 1720 Matteo Gofrila for 4,000 marks. Page 24, 1698 Matthias Albani for 4,000 marks. Page 25, 1730 Carolus Ferdinandus Landolfi for 5,000 marks. Page 26, 1809 Francois Louis Peak for 4,000 marks. You have 1740 Paolo Antonio Testori on page 27, 4,000 marks. Page 28, 1750 Carlo Antonio Testori for 3,000 marks. Page 29, we have a J.B. Violin Stradivari copy, 3,000 marks. That's 1830 dated. Page 30, we have a 1720 Giovanni Battista Ruggieri for 7,000 marks. 1770 Joseph Galliano, 4,000 marks. 1740 Michael Platner, 4,000 marks. 1752 Vincenzo Truciano Panormo, 3,000 marks. Peter Pacherel, 2,500 marks. 1829, George Chenot, 2,000 marks. Carlo Storiani, 2,000 marks. Page 31, 1850, J.B. Violin Guarnerius model, 2,500 marks. Page 32, we have a 1790 Giovanni Verratti, 800 marks. Johannes Guillaume, 1,500 marks. 1760, Giovanni Battista Gabrielli, 2,000 marks. 1742, Andrea Castagnetti, 2,000 marks. 1763, Nicholas Bergonzi, 3,000 marks. 1760, Giuseppe Gaffino, 1,500 marks. 1770, Giorgio Byhoff, 1,000 marks. 1780, Joseph Bassot, unlisted, in that range of 1,000, 1,500 marks. Page 33, we have a 1740 Ludovicus Gorson for 2,000 marks. Page 34, we have a 1750 Charles Marriott for 500 marks. Lorenzo Carcassi, 2,000 marks. Vincenzo Bentapani for 1,000 marks. Carolus Galliano, 1,200 marks. 1750 Julius Caesar Gili for 2,000 marks. Franciscus Maurizi, 1,000 marks. 1741 Johannes Guillaume for 2,000 marks. 1790 Francois Falaise for 800 marks. Means just roughly circa 1790 on that Francois Falaise at 800 marks. Niccolo Bianchi, 2,000 marks. Page 36, 1700 Franciscus Medard, 1,000 marks. Giovanni Grancino, 1,000 marks. Domenico Gironi, 1,500 marks. 1800 Louis Motissier Stradivari Copier, 600 marks. Francisco Espana, 800 marks. I have two. I got a 1863 and 1865 Francisco Espana violin. They have the 8 pins front and back in the corners. I have 2 of those in stock. Come on in. Those are made in Barcelona. On the Calle Escudés, a couple blocks away on the same street, Agustin Altimira made guitars, stand-up basses, violins, cellos. Giuseppe Scarbi, 1,000 marks. Eugen Henri Stradivari Copier, 600 marks. Page 37, 1753 Joseph Contreras, 2,000 marks. Page 38, 1750 Carolus Ferdinandus Landolfi, 1,200 marks. 1750 Pierre Cavini, 800 marks. Claude Victor Rambaud, 900 marks. 1780 Louis Laurent, 800 marks. Lorenzo Ventapani, 1,000 marks. Peter Antonio Catti, 400 marks. 1757 Tommaso Carcassi, 1,000 marks. 1730 Matthias Klotz, 600 marks. I have a Klotz family violin priced at $10,000. Got a lot of repairs. The real deal. Come on in. It's on the website. Page 39, 1670 Jacobus Steiner, 2,000 marks. Page 40 Marcus Steiner, 500 marks. Benoist Fleury, 500 marks. Mark Straub, 400 marks. 1760 Jean Laurent Mast, 500 marks. I have a Blaze Mast guitar, circa 1800 in stock, priced at $8,000. No cracks in the back or sides. One crack in the top, well repaired. Nice straight neck. 1780 Michael Paturel, 1,000 marks. Joseph Lette, 400 marks. 1770, Matthias Hornsteiner, 500 marks. 1780, Caspar Vimercati, 800 marks. Alexander Despines, 2,000 marks. I have a letter by Alexander Despines, 1828 or something. I've had it for a while. It's not for sale. I'd be hard-pressed to find it in my 45-foot thick of archives in several languages. Page 42, Petrus Chiocchini, 500 marks. Giuseppe Desiato, 400 marks. Alfonso dalla Corte, 300 marks. 1772, Nicholas Chapuis, 300 marks. Franciscus Espana, 300 marks. As I mentioned, I have a 1863 and 1865 Franciscus Espana. They have the pins in the corners, front and back, both of them. One is all original varnish, the other one was refinished. And that one I don't think has a label, but you can see when you compare it to the one with the label that it's the real thing. Vincentus Postiglione, 500 marks. Nicholas Duclos, 400 marks. Don't want to overcharge on that one. 1780, it'll be here forever. 1780, Michael Bowler, 300 marks. Anton Jais, 300 marks. 1780, Sebastian Klotz II, 400 marks. Page 43, 1743, David Tekler, 1,500 marks. Page 44, Giuseppe Desiato, 300 marks. Alfonso dalla Corte, 300 marks. Justin A. Duraze, 300 marks. I have a 1878 Justin Duraze, priced at $14,000. Come on in, check it out. I put deluxe Aubert bridges on every violin, every cello, every bass I sell here. Franciscus Espana, 500 marks. I already talked about the fact I got two of these in stock, 1863, 1865. 1830, Pierre Mondi, 500 marks. 1750, Johann Util Eberel, 300 marks. Vincenzo Postiglione, 300 marks. 1850, Joseph Cerruti, 600 marks. Paul Bailey Stradivari Copie, 500 marks. I have a Paul Bailey 1880 violin in stock for $25,000. Very good condition. It's sitting right over there. It's on the website. Check it out. Good video, good audio on it. Page 44. Oh, they say in their catalog in German, it says we have a large supply of violins priced between 100 and 300 marks, shown in another catalog we offer. I'd love to have that catalog. I only have 3 Hamma and Company catalogs. Page 44, violin and Violin, which is viola in German. They have a Giovanni Paolo Maggini for 3,000 marks. Pietro Giacomo Rogeri, 2,500 marks. 1788, Johannes Guillaume, 2,000 marks. 1760, Giovan Francesco Leori Pori, 1,500 marks. Claude Pirot, 1,000 marks. Pasquale Ventapani, 800 marks. 1780, Carl Joseph Helmer, 500 marks. 1756, Johann George Thier, 400 marks. 1784, Michael Bowler, 300 marks. Continuing, page 45, we have a Francesco Gofrilla for 300 marks. 1780, Joseph Hornsteiner for 200 marks. Johann Nilling, 200 marks. Page 46, we start cellos. 1688, Antonio Stradivari cello, 25,000 marks. 1730, Johannes Florenus Guidantis, 10,000 marks. Januarius Galliano, 8,000 marks. That's $2,000. 1735, Johannes Franciscus Cellonitis, 6,000 marks. 1824, Nicholas Lupo, 6,000 marks. Vincenzo Truciano Panormo, 5,000 marks. Nicholas Galliano, 5,000 marks. Antonius Guadagnini, 4,000 marks. Joseph Galliano, 3,000 marks. 1840, Jean-Baptiste Villaume, 3,000 marks. 1740, David Tackler, 3,000 marks. Page 47, you have a 1755 Leopold Vidalm, 4,000 marks. 1724, Giovanni Grancino II, 4,000 marks. Carlo Giuseppe Testori, 2,000 marks. 1850, John Baptiste Villaume, 2,000 marks. 1820, Sebastian Bernardel, 2,000 marks. Alexandra Delanoy, 1,500 marks. 1733, Tommaso Cercapa, 1,500 marks. 1830, Lorenzo Aventapani, 1,200 marks. Emmanuel Adam Homolka, 1,200 marks, And then they have translated into English, we have a large supply of old cellos priced from 1,000 marks that are of German and French origin. So he had 5 Stradivari violins, 1 Stradivari cello, 3 Guarnerius del Gesù violins. Out of the 99 violins, 12 violas, and 20 cellos. Nice inventory. That's from the 1905 Fridolin, Hamma and Company violin catalog. That's this catalog here.